The painting you are about to see is not only one of the most striking works in the history of art, but also one of the most unsettling. Within it lies a gaze that shakes us the moment we lock eyes with it, a sudden eruption of rage, humiliation, and defiance. The painting is called The Fallen Angel, and it was created in 1847 by the young French painter Alexandre Cabanel, who was only 24 years old at the time. With this work, Cabanel dared to depict Lucifer in a way no one before him had. Here, the fallen angel is not a monstrous being or a demonic shadow. Instead, he is a figure of almost divine beauty. With a flawless body reminiscent of the Greek gods, he lies upon a rocky ground. His muscles are tense, his hands clenched, as if he is forcibly restraining an emotion on the verge of explosion. Yet what truly captivates us is not his body, but his gaze. Cabanel forces us to look directly into Lucifer's eyes filled with hatred, resentment, and an emotion far deeper than mere downfall. Above him, the sky still shines with the light of victorious angels celebrating the glory of God. Lucifer, by contrast, is alone and defeated. But has he truly accepted his fate? Why do his eyes burn with such intensity? Is it the pain of defeat, or the fury of one already plotting revenge? Is he gathering strength to rise again, or is he simply drowning in his own despair? Alexandre Cabanel was only 24 years old when he painted this work, yet his recognition in the art world had begun much earlier. At the age of 17, he was accepted into École des Beaux-Arts, France's most prestigious art academy. Just 3 years later, he exhibited his works at the Paris Salon, the most influential art exhibition of the era. During his time in Rome, Cabanel produced an advanced study for this painting. Many of the defining elements of the final version were already present: Lucifer's posture, the rocky landscape, and the multitude of angels floating in the sky. However, several crucial details were still missing. In this early version, Lucifer appears with his head bowed, his gaze lost, and one hand resting on his forehead, an image dominated by a sense of absolute defeat. Something changed in Cabanel's vision when he completed the final painting. In the finished work, Lucifer no longer appears submissive but defiant. His eyes, now staring directly at the viewer, convey anger, resentment, and another emotion that is difficult to define. The setting also transforms. Dark clouds become more prominent, intensifying the dramatic atmosphere of the scene. New textures emerge as well, such as the thorny branches at Lucifer's feet, details absent from the preliminary study. The artistic influences Cabanel absorbed during his stay in Rome are evident in every detail of the painting. Lucifer's anatomy recalls classical sculpture. With his muscular body and idealized proportions, he resembles a mythological Greek hero. The angels in the background, with their elegant poses and aerial compositions, reflect the refinement of the Italian Renaissance and evoke the works of Raphael. With this painting, Cabanel not only demonstrated his technical mastery, but also broke away from the traditional iconography of Lucifer. Instead of a grotesque or demonic figure, he presented an angel of unsettling beauty, captured in a moment of transition between his fall and whatever was yet to come. Despite its technical brilliance and emotional depth, the painting did not receive the reception Cabanel had hoped for when it was presented at the Paris Salon in 1847. Rather than admiration, it was met with skepticism and harsh criticism. In a letter to a friend, Cabanel expressed his frustration, writing, "Is this the reward for all the effort I made not to produce a mediocre work? Why then did such an impressive painting provoke controversy instead of praise?" First, the choice of subject was unusual. A 24-year-old artist portraying a monumental figure like Lucifer was not well received in academic circles. Themes of such ambition were expected from established masters, not from a young painter still building his reputation. Moreover, Cabanel's depiction of Lucifer defied the expectations of the time. The devil was not horrific or distorted. He was perfect, almost godlike. Critics asked, How can the devil be so beautiful? For Cabanel, there was no contradiction. Beauty could be deceptive, and morality was not always reflected in appearance. Indeed, in the book of Ezekiel, Satan is described as being perfect in beauty. Another point of criticism was the painting's emotional intensity. The expression on Lucifer's face, marked by restrained fury and humiliation, felt too raw and disturbing for some viewers. Additionally, while the dramatic tone aligned with romantic sensibilities, Cabanel's color palette was more restrained than that of many romantic artists. The cool, dark tones further emphasized Lucifer's isolation. In this work, Cabanel did not rely solely on his own imagination. He drew inspiration from both the Bible and John Milton's Paradise Lost. In the book of Revelation chapter 12, the battle between Michael and his angels and the great dragon is described. The dragon is defeated and cast out of heaven. This is precisely the moment Cabanel chose to depict. Lucifer, newly fallen, separated from celestial glory. Milton's Paradise Lost adds even greater philosophical and emotional depth to this narrative. Milton portrays Satan as a charismatic, tragic, and rebellious leader who refuses to accept defeat, famously declaring, "Better to reign in hell than serve in heaven." Throughout art history, the fall of Lucifer has been represented in many different ways. In Sir Thomas Lawrence's Satan Summoning His Legions, Satan appears as a commanding figure emerging from the shadows, rallying his forces like a general preparing to strike back. In John Martin's Pandemonium, hell is presented as an apocalyptic kingdom that Satan and his followers will shape into their new dominion. So the central question remains, how should Lucifer be represented in art? Cabanel portrayed him as a being of almost divine beauty, suspended between despair and rage. Other artists have depicted him as a terrifying creature, deformed by his wickedness. Which image is more powerful? Hatred hidden within beauty, or damnation made visible through monstrosity? Share your thoughts in the comments. How do you think Satan should be represented in art? Thank you for watching this video until the end. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for your support, and see you in the next video.